Welcome back to the fun part of the game, where I learn why red coin shy guys are fucking obnoxious. Oops, I said that before 7 seconds was up. Oh no, what will I do? What's that? Swearing turns ads off for people watching it? Wow, ingenious. I'm just joshing with you. It is kind of funny what your stringent things are, but I realize that's more of an advertiser thing than a YouTube thing. It is hilarious though. Which is beside the point because you'd probably love it if I had fucking super chats. So that's probably how we'd get it done in the old Yoshi country. So when I'm doing stuff on these levels, I have to look for where these things are ahead of time so that when I'm about to miss them, I don't go crazy from attempting it several times to wonder what the hell I was missing. That's gonna be fun whenever I decide to do ROM hacks of the Yoasters, because I'm gonna need to bring up the level editor to see where crap is. I don't know, I like getting level editors out for things just so I could be like, make a battle plan. Kind of draw some lines. It's like, okay, then you go over here, then do this thing, and then like, watch out for this spot, you know. It's all part of taking notes. Always take notes. You know, people think, I don't know. Maybe I don't really take the fun out of it. It's like, oh, you're making it seem like a job. It's just like, well, I mean, the difference between that is just, I'm not actually getting paid for it, but it's like, I mean, it could be. So, I don't know. You're thinking about work or stuff you have to do the wrong way. I think. You know. I don't know how to explain that to you necessarily immediately. But in a way that makes sense. It's just, I love doing it. Ta-da! That's my excuse. Fifth element is my excuse. I don't know why the fifth element is represented by some alien woman, but hey, you know what? When you develop dementia, you'll start believing in fifth elements too. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's what happens when I read something. It's like, I'm just going to talk about that thing I read the other day. Yeah. Starting to think I should watch more just TV shows generally, like on streaming services. Not because I like streaming services necessarily, but because I think if I get a lot more stories in my backlog of ideas, I might have more shit to talk to you about. That's a funny thought, isn't it? You know, if I just play nothing but video games, eventually my talk is going to be regurgitated from thing happened on screen to audience member in the back. I like trains. If you do not solve this puzzle, there will be confusion and delay. Voiced by John Lennon. Hey, I mean Ringo. Ringo does the, yeah. Or Edgar Allan Poe narrate. I don't know. A lot of weird facts about stuff. Like, why did I have that stuff? Not knowing what its actual educational purpose was. A recent, not really a recent phenomenon, but a recent finding of said phenomenon was just like, wow, this is a thing? It's like, yeah, dude, it's called being actually... I don't know why people are surprised by autism. Like, it's just like, oh man, it's this new thing, it's all the computers and the internet's doing it. It's like, no, it's not. We've been around since the beginning of time. Actually, you know what it is? It's just difference. Like, everyone's built different, therefore everyone's brain can be built different too. That's literally what it is. If the phenomenon is that we don't socialize well, that's not actually true. It's that the paradigm for socializing is more common than those who cannot do it, so it's like kind of a... really is a it's a perception thing. It definitely is. Where does that come in? Why did you talk about that? Because trains. That's exactly why. Yep. Maybe if something about trains comes up again, then we can get back on this topic, but that's... Not only is that a controversial topic, of course it is, but I mean, Everything I talk about is controversial, therefore I'll keep my mouth shut. No, simply because my understanding of it would necessarily have to be unique. Not owing to how much I've read up on the subject, as well as being that way myself. Not that I was gonna be like, hey, I'm Gay Wolf and I'm autism represent. It's like, I mean, okay, but you probably would have figured that out by now if you haven't been listening to me for this long. Maybe you wouldn't have. People say I'm good at that masking thing. I'm like, I wouldn't call it that. You know what I'd call it? Artificial supplementation. Because it's more accurate to what I think I'm doing. Which is kind of like when you use a prosthetic when you don't have a leg. I'm using, like, scripts on how to talk to you if I don't feel like I can do it naturally. So, yeah. Whatever. I had to rush in and get those red coin guys. Otherwise, it just wasn't going to happen. I like these flowers that spit the bubbles. Because if you swallow the bubbles, crazy things happen when you spit them out. Especially if you're doing what I'm doing, you jump along with it and you go fucking sky high. Unfortunately, there's no use for me doing that. Except for maybe if I went to the left level, if I kind of missed my chance to do a thing. But, nah, mostly not. I imagine custom levels I'd have to use that a lot. Luckily there's this one critter in the game that I don't actually use. I think it's like some jumping purple grape looking thing. I specifically avoided being on that thing because the controls for it for me are obnoxious and I actually never need to use it. Like the 1 or 2 times that the 2 times it appears. I don't know if it appears a 3rd time. What an amazing sound. Good thing we start limiting them to 8 instead of 20. Could you imagine if Mario 64 levels would be like, okay, go get 20 red coins, you son of a bitch. How about getting purple coins and hundreds of them? Oh, right. Many daisies? Daisies would become notorious for being extremely hard to kill in Mario RPGs. So, better watch out. See, the trick is you have to actually go down here first and then go upwards. So don't smash the post all the way. The butt stomp. Oh yeah. This might be the first game I played where there was a ground pound function, actually. Also carried over to Super Mario 64. Assuredly, they tell me. So this is a non-need-to-know secret, as in you don't actually need to be here, but I like the spinny things, so we're gonna hang around the spinny things. That look like, well, let's just say they look like blocks from a large wooden tower, I mean Jenga. That's what they look like. I could be wrong. All I know is, look out, it's 3D! Wow, look at that 3D, guys! I've never seen anything like it, wow! I was watching a video someone made, which is not public yet, but, they were talking about, like, some of the downfalls of VR, and in a sense there are none, because VR, as we understand it in gaming, hasn't really changed from when it was introduced. It's only, I think the only difference now is, like, we account for, like, foot movement, when we already had, like, head movement incorporated since the 90s for that kind of stuff. As I understand it, because I've seen my fair share of games. I've seen manuals about how, like, old VR helmets worked. You know, beyond what we do with, like, the 3D vision or glasses, right? Because what you're doing is just pacing the screen to your head, so it's wherever you turn, right? So, yeah, you have to let the relative movement space match to what's going on in the game, and that can get confusing when you're not actually physically moving forward, which is why you just end up pressing buttons anyway, but... oh well.
I am invincible!
Oh yeah, take this shit, Purple Yoshi. Wait, I don't need to do that again. Let's get the hell out of here. Also, where the fuck are we? We ran through so many different areas in this level. What's going on? Why so much shit I don't actually need? I don't know. That is cool, though. Also, there's one of those other situations where you could try to take the higher arrow if possible. Which, again, I need to look into. I probably won't. That's gonna be one of those things where I remind myself, and then you remind me to look at it. It's like, oh yeah, that thing. Let's go take a look. Because you asked me to, and I'm like, I don't need it. It's like, oh, he asked me. It must be more important now. I said that like I was Jim Gaffigan, which is, I didn't know was an impression I could do. So there's that. Also didn't know I could do a Vincent Price, which I just figured out today. No, I didn't. I knew that already. People have been mimicking Vincent Price for a while, actually. He's actually a pretty cool guy. Cool guy for cool people when he was alive, anyway. But he's a cool guy. It's drawing lots again. Awesome. No time to waste. Get fucking nothing. Alright. God damn you. Why? Alright. Let's go to 2-6. I like levels like this one. Because basically a level that says it's a maze is... turns out to not be hard in the enemy department. To me. Or like... Any maze level seems to at least indicate that I'm probably not going to fall off of it. It usually just stays grounded, or undergrounded, as the case may be. So, my suggestion for making maze levels, put them in the air where I can fall off, shit tons of lava, and put enemies that are way too hard. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. I know you're going to now that I said it, but don't. I like this idea that when the Shy Guys disguise themselves as flowers, instead there's no actual flowers, so they all gang up together to make it look like there's a bed of flowers when none of them are real. It's kind of like a wolf dressed up as a sheep situation where all the sheep are wolves. It's like, what are we blending into? Nothing. We were all ourselves. So we could just... we could just all be wolves and blend into each other? Yes. Oh, yeah, boy! Yeah. Dig through the dirt. Man, Brown Yoshi gets the best stuff. Brown nose Yoshi. Brown nose in the office. Oh man, he's one of those brown nosers. Hate that shitty brown nosers. Hate them when they go down the dirt and they get the coins and they say to me, lanterns? Who the fuck needs those? Just eat the man alive. Oh shit. Aha! Saved! Saved by 1 block. Which, not really, because that's how you actually leave. So we're gonna go down even further, and this is to go even further beyond down ground. Super Yoshi Saiyan 3. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z is pretty classy. You know what my fault with Dragon Ball Z is, well, it's slow. Really. It's the pacing. It's the product was time, that pacing. Which was fixed up when I watched Super. Thank fucking God. Look at this waterfall under... You know, have you ever seen a waterfall in a cave? I actually have, and it's fucking beautiful. Let me tell you. Visit a cave sometime, like one of those parks that are like, visit the inner caves or whatever the fuck, or the inner earth. It's like, you want to try that. You want to visit. I visited it. It was cool. I'm gonna go back there one day. If I can remember which one. Actually, I think it was probably in Texas, actually, yeah. Considering all the canyons in the west. That would probably make sense. Not that I call myself a Texan. I don't. Hey, you can't do that to me. Also, the bandit disguises himself as the Yoshi's color that you're playing as. I don't know who he's trying to fool if he thinks he's a doppelganger. There's no point to that. He could be any Yoshi color he fucking wants. But he has to be your color because palette limitations. Bandits suck. Go home. You know what the bandit's name is? Keith. In America. That's right. I play children's card games in America. Yeah. My wife showed me a picture of American Gundam, and I'm like, yeah, patriotic Gundam. Yeah. Hey, there's a door. It's another, like, I love when you, like, spawn a door and it doesn't just show up. It has to fall onto the ground to meet the requirements of gravity, as if it's an item, manipulable, since you're like, going inside another room, but it's not into the background. It's just, like, a door that waltzes you somewhere in non-Euclidean sort of transportation. What I'm saying is, it's really fucking cool, and you should do it. Dun, 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 dun. Go up. Meet your egg makers. Eggs that shake and bake. You know, I really like eggs because they're one of those things where if you cook them, they still keep their nutrients. Yes. Very important for protein enthusiasm. Enthusiasms. Yeah, fuck enthusiasts. We call it enthusiasms now. Language. Why we got ghost shy guys down here? I don't fucking know. Anything's possible here in Mario's world. I guess it's Yoshi's world now. So here's a fun fact about these canned things. I used to think they were impossible to kill. No, they're not. Throw eggs at them. Really good to know. Was making it harder on myself than I realized, when my solution to things should just be to throw an egg at them and see what happens. I guess, to be fair, I was being concerned. I was like, I don't want to waste my eggs on just one thing at a time. Well, do waste your eggs. There's plenty to go around. Maybe in a bonus level you need to worry about more, but it's just like, you know, experiment with your consumables. You never fucking know. It'll take some time off your shitty day. Yeah, I think I used to be the kind of guy, when I play video games, like, oh no, don't use that consumable on a rainy day. It's like, it's the last possible. I was like, don't know. There might be an extra level. But now I'm just like, why am I not using consumables like every bleeding fucking minute when it could just save me a few minutes of heartache? And that's what I end up doing. Not that I'm using as often as I could be, but I am using them plenty in this playthrough, so... It's still a rather conservative use, but it's a effective use, so I don't end up, like, having to restart a level to do something I missed. Or especially the egg refill item. Oh, that's the best. That's one of the better ones, too. I love using egg refill. It's like, dude, I'm out of eggs. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I don't know what's going on with dotted lines like this, but apparently they think it's a platform. I also don't know what the fuck that even was, or why this counts as an egg, because for some reason I've been trying to hit these things, and sometimes, and forgetting that I can just swallow them. Not that thing, though. Pretty sure you can't eat that. That little, like, Cheerio testicle guy. Cheerio! I'm just a floating testicle. Please don't hit me. Ouch! Hope you kept at least one egg. Alright.
Go ahead, spit water, see what I care. Guess what I don't.
I don't remember a sun looking like a hot dog. Does a sun look like a hot dog to you? If so, see a psychiatrist. You may think about eating the sun more often than not. Oh yeah, I want to eat that sun. It's so fucking delicious. My son's a wiener! And then you're really confused your psychiatrist because you don't know what he thinks you're going to say. Bonus challenge. These are the things that I think about when I encounter a bonus. Bonuses are for the losers who do not know how to win without them. Oh no. Must lose purposely. Drawing lots. I can totally lose that one. Let's go. Guess what? I lost. Yeah! Failure is the best. Alright. Next time, there's a Lakitu in my wall. Get the fuck out. What are you doing in there?